Hello everyone, it's happening. I'm leaving Spain mainland towards the Canary Islands. It was such an undescribable feeling to head off with this boat towards the Atlantic Ocean. And we were sailing into the night, and it was for me a bit of a uncomfortable feeling also, because I haven't sailed at night yet. At the same time, it was like magic and difficult to describe. And it was just a few hours after we left that the dolphins were already coming. As you can see, they're jumping out of the water. And the captain of the boat, he is really connected with these wonderful beings, and that help us so much to feel the softness, to feel the joy, and to feel this deep connection with the ocean just by how they move. It's very gentle, and I always feel something like holy when I see them, when they appear. It's a very deep feeling, very ancient feeling also. And then we had a really intense sunset, as you can see in the colors. And we were going on motor because we didn't have a lot of wind, but it was still very peaceful. And at the same time, we all felt that something will come. And the next day, we were close to Morocco, and we had quite some big waves. They started off 4 or 5 meters waves, and it's you can't really see it in the video, but it was big. It's just in the Atlantic Ocean. The waves are very long, and it's a very intense feeling. And we were the whole day on these waves, and the boat was moving up and down until the sunset. And then it came another night, and from there it was the point where we had a problem with the motor, and also the autopilot didn't work anymore. And that's quite intense on a sailing boat, especially you're not used to it. And we had rough weather conditions. And all of a sudden we were really together as a crew, because we had to steer the boat in these conditions 24 hours for about 5 days. And it was such an intense experience, because on the boat, you can't escape, you just can do what you have to do. There's no excuse. And it was getting even more rough, and we had a moment where the waves were coming from all directions, from left and right, from the front and from the back. And that was a critical moment, which I didn't film, but I wanted to tell you that, where we really thought, what are we going to do with the boat? Are we going to leave the boat? Shall we call for help? But we were really together, and we said, no, we're going to bring the boat back. And that was really a decision that we didn't even really speak about it, but it was like telepathy. And we all felt it, that we're going to do it. We're going to bring the boat to Lanzarote. And we had every 2 hours we changed, and let's see, every 1 hour, 2 or 3, depends. And it was really intense for the captain, because he was all the time on. He was the only one who really knew how to sail, and it was also his 80-year-old father who was on the boat. And he also was, in that sense, a support, because in this critical moment that we had, he said, hey, we stay calm. And that's the practice. And for me, that's why the sailing is in every second is is meditation in action, which I was speaking already about in another video, which I also will link with this one. And what we really learned, the other man from Sevilla and I, was to steer the boat in these rough conditions, because we also started to get 40 knot winds, which is quite a lot on the sea. So the boat was moving in all directions, and that's how you learn it. Yeah, you don't learn to sail if you just go all the time on autopilot. And it's just in life. Yeah, it puts you really on the limit, and constantly and every second when you have these conditions. And I have to say that I was like really nervous when it was getting so strong, when I had to take the steering wheel. And then it worked out. It was just a matter of confidence and just doing it. And we had really moments also, we were just so tired. We were just like falling asleep in every moment. And once I remember I was sitting outside and I wanted to rest, and I had to attach myself to the boat, because if the boat moves up and down, there's also the risk of falling over. So I had to attach myself with this rescue line, and I also put a life vest in case I really fall asleep. And just enjoying, even if it was rough conditions, to enjoy every moment in this journey. And it was really admirable, because Leonardo, the captain, he was all the time adjusting everything, so that we had our 2 days of very little wind, and that was maybe even more challenging for everybody, because we just didn't move. And then sometimes we just put down the sails and we just let the boat flow, which was a really intense feeling as well, because you're like up there on the open ocean, and the boat just goes by itself. We're moving around in circles, and we're waiting until the wind comes again. And I was always asking for signs that we are in a good way, that we're gonna be home safe, and for them home, not for the guy from Sevilla and me. And as a confirmation, there were always the dolphins coming and just greeting us and saying, hey, it's okay. And I remember once they were like an hour with us. It was just so wonderful. They stayed around the boat, and there were so many of them, as you can see. And I really had the feeling that they were talking to us. Sometimes they would just flip and then just look with one eye up to the boat and talking to us and saying, hey, you're accompanied, you're protected, it's all okay. And I just love to communicate with the animals and see what they tell us. And they really remind us of so many things, what great light beings we actually are, of our divinity. So just take a moment and feel the energy of these special beings of the ocean. And then finally, after 2 days of no wind, the wind picked up again and brought us close to Lanzarote. And it was really a play with the sea waves, with the wind. Since we couldn't go on the water, we depended on the wind, which actually is sailing the boat. But of course, with modern technology, it's often easier to just put on the motor. And we had this experience, and every moment of this journey was good for me. It was every moment I enjoyed it, and in a way, just be out also this fears that just jump and just like in a jump do it. And the double challenge was to get it as well. can feel safe again. But the real practice would be to completely feel safe also in the ocean, but we're just human beings and they're artificial, so they're fish, not shark. And you never know what's going on. To Lanzarote, and when we came close we finally called the sea rescue to come and pick us up because we couldn't go ourselves in the river, and on the last part the wind came down again, so we decided to rescue. You can see I was a little bit tired, but happy. We were also really tired. And at the same time we were also sad that the journey was over. And but we are connected. We just and here you can see the rescue boat towards us. I will always remember this journey. It will always be in my heart, in my memories. And I think it was one of the most beautiful journeys I've ever visited. Most amazing journeys. So I hope you enjoyed this video and come and join this channel and see the next journeys in the ocean. I sent you lots of love from the sea.